He had no one. No family, no friends. Just a name, West, and a fortune he couldn't take with him. Doctors told him he didn't have long to live. He didn't trust people, and he sure didn't trust religion. But in a final act of faith in humanity, he came up with an idea. He would disguise himself as a homeless man, the kind people crossed the street to avoid. He matted his hair, wore urine-soaked rags, and reeked of garbage and despair. And then he began to knock. Churches, shelters, ministries, he begged, he wept, he asked for warmth and love, not money. One church handed him a pamphlet about addiction and closed the door. A well-funded ministry gave him a stale sandwich and told him to move along. At another, the greeter told him he was distracting from the worship experience. He was tired, sick. Months passed. No one saw him, not really. And then, sitting in the cold on a rainy Wednesday, he was ready to give up. A man in his 30s knelt beside him. He didn't ask questions. He didn't wrinkle his nose. He just said, "Come with me, let's get you warm." He took him home, told his wife and kids, "This is Mr. West. He's going to be part of our family for a while." They never asked when he'd leave. They bathed him, fed him, loved him. And when Mr. West died a few weeks later, he died in a clean bed, with laughter in the next room, and tears on the cheeks of people who called him family. He died never knowing that the man who took him in was a pastor, a poor pastor of a small, struggling church. Days after his funeral, a letter arrived, and then a lawyer. Mr. West had left them everything. $50 million. That little church became a beacon, a shelter, a movement. It grew into one of the largest churches in the country, planting hundreds of new churches across the world. And in almost every one of them, if you look closely, you'll see it. A W carved in the wood, a compass pointing west on a stained glass window, a quiet nod to the man no one saw, except one.
Let us never forget, how we treat the least of these might just be the greatest test we're ever given.